can guarantee you've never heard a story of an adventuring party like mine before. This story is filled to the brim with mysteries, wanderlust, intrigue, very questionable deeds, impromptu experiences, violence, love, magic, and of course, luck. Lady Luck was always tilted in our favor, even when things were dire. This is a story of how the world learned of our name. Are we live? Are we good? We're in there now? Are we doing it? Are we doing
Just
it
like
live?
old times.
Yeah.
Hell, hey everybody, to you there.
Yes.
Welcome in. How's it going? Hey, I don't know if you know this, but it's Roll for Luck Wednesday night, Hero Girls Run These Worlds. We are back, ready to do some shenanigans once again. I tried to be a poet. It lasted for 2 seconds. Anyway, let's go around the table and remind everybody who we are and who we will be playing in this wonderful game of Roll for Luck tonight. Starting with Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's Mother Ava here. I play Samir, the Air Ganassi Oath of Fate Paladin, soon to be also multi-classing into Warlock. If you see me scarfing down food, no, you didn't. Also, she, her pronouns.
But I think we did. Okay, it's fine. Bree.
Oh, that's me. I play Nina. She, her, they, them pronouns for Nina and for me. Surprise, surprise. What is Nina? Oh, Nina is a night skin Pisces variant. A Tempest cleric, yeah, and she's traumatized, and that's me and Nina. Goodbye.
Wait, come back. DK.
Hi, and also hello. I am DK, and I play Sir Dizzy Morgaine, the Feywild Water Genasi Oath of Lore Paladin, and that's what I'll be doing today, because that's what it says under my name. Face. Bye.
Come back, guys. We have to do a show. Mo.
Hey gang, it's me, Mo. TM sister location, because I moved and it's really weird looking at myself in the camera at this place. I'm playing Maple, kind of ish, if I remember how to play Maple. It's been a couple weeks. I am a barbarian fighter, she, they, for both me and Maple. And Ryu, you get to go now. I have nothing else.
Okay. Well, hey, it's me. I'm Ryu. I will be playing myself and all the other characters that may or may not come visit and do more trauma and or more shenanigans to this table. I don't remember. Did I say she they? I go by she they, and my characters go by I don't know. Yeah, I do stuff on the internet when my internet lets me, and I'm also the tech producer here at Girls from These Worlds. Um, hmm. I would like to say that it is September. So if you have some people with a little extra change on them, it might be a little discount, send it our way, because we sure could use a little bit of that. We sure do like the nom noms. Anyway, so with that said, I will be doing a short little spiel to get you in the mood for Roll for Luck. Here we go. We snuggle back into our sandbox called Almagarth, a planet beautiful in nature, is charged with magical energies throughout, and an ungodly amount of luck available to anyone who can tame it. The city walls offer some protections and comfort during Renaissance level engineering and arcane boom. The open world and oceans of the planet are still being explored to gain the fullest understanding of beauty and resources by many adventurous souls. This is most true of the ever growing sightings of portals all over the land. Aside from tall tales, no one has been reported as returning from within one. Rumors fly from wizards and people with deep affinity to magics about how they are being made and could be used for better or worse. This mystery has become like a fly to our party of sapphics as they have fallen into a new info about the portals thanks to a near impossible mail delivery from one's mentor on the other side and another's keen investigations through their resources. It seems these portals are made by varying amounts of magic. The strongest, most stable, are made by the unfortunate destabilization of powerful beings in the world. The purpose or deep effects of this is yet to be uncovered. Our camera is focused on the continent of Rawls, in the capital city of Kiss. This is extra large. This is an extra large, bustling city of humans and non-humans alike. The home of some of the most prominent magic schools, engineering workshops, and labs that marry the two, as well as a home to the ruling family and court under Queen Honora. The politics here can promote some of the most entertaining events. One such event is the Masquerade Ball, held in the honoring of continued collaborations between humans and non humans, a night for conversations of networking, merriment, and where the queenly hopefuls announce their campaigns for the crown. As we take a zoomed in look at the mixed bag of heathens, I mean adventurers, knights, thieves, pirates, and very good bean, as the days go by here in Kiss, this unlikely crew has been on a case of missing Beyonce from the Battle of the Bands, beating BTS, finding clues that might lead to many guilds and brigands of the city getting into something much bigger together, and learning a little too much about the family ties to it all. After a family gathering from the Hells concluded, it's time for the party to rest their weary minds with some downtime and prepare for the ball to come. Surely to be a perfectly normal and fun time with no major story points to interrupt anything else. Who would like that death stare from DK is hurtful.
His makeup is really good for squinting. It's super good.
It's real hurtful. Who would like amongst you to give us some favorite moments from the last couple sessions for a little inspo sprinkle?
My favorite moment is when Nina fully got caught by Mother Rahani, just 100% got caught in the act, but due to a stealth deception roll of 24, I came out on top. And by I mean Nina. But did she really? I came out on top because Nina just like was still not good.
Didn't die.
Didn't die.
Didn't die.
And also, I'm assuming, like, from Mother Rahani's
I
perspective,
worried for a minute.
I am just, like, being judged instead of fully kicked out. I don't know. But anyways, that was nice.
It was for sure some strong judgment, for sure. And inspo for you. Anybody else?
My favorite part of the last several episodes of Dora the Explorer or Roll for Luck were when Maple just real quietly, while like whittling or making a basket or something else very gentle and hearth and home, would just casually destroy someone without looking up using her words.
Top tier. Inspo. Yeah. Anyone else?
I really liked that Ash basically just destroyed months of planning for Ryu and revealed a secret that was not supposed to be revealed at that current time. Simulacrum, people. Revealed at dinner.
A real a real great moment. Inspo for you, Mo.
I just in general, I know that it was kind of a scene centered around Nina's character growth, but everybody's input and kind of us coming together as a party, not necessarily for the best circumstances, but just the conversation as a whole, I think that's the most adult we've been this entire this entire time, and I'm really proud of us for that growth.
Inspo for adult growth, which we didn't think was the thing we wanted to do in a game, but here
I
we
feel
are.
taller, personally.
Didn't
Thank you,
think
Ryu.
but everyone really came together there. It was like all of a sudden it was like, all right, jokes aside, address your trauma and apologize, but mean it.
Take
And the
our
funny
love.
thing is, it's not
Take
even
accountability.
over because Samir has not fully talked to Nina about that yet. So get ready
Which
for part
does
2 of that.
Does need to happen. That absolutely does need to happen.
Oh
In case
no,
I didn't
healing
say
part
it,
2.
look, the title is Time to Mend. So I don't know if I said it. Inspo for you, Mo. And I, the DM, will be giving the table an inspo for y'all being amazing. And okay, of course, because y'all are gonna need it. But also, just
Can we give Ash a roll, an inspo, just out of kindness and love for our beloved Ash, who can't be with us today.
I guess.
Yay!
I
Lawyering.
guess. Of course. So with that, let's talk about it. I do believe the last time we left off, because I'm great and I forgot to look at the last end of our last episode. I believe where we left off was everyone leaving the Inamiya family estate and heading off to take care of themselves, or this is midday if I'm not mistaken. So um, after you leave the hmm, uh, the higher estates section of the city, what would y'all like to do? Where would y'all like to go?
The joke answer is eat my damn food that I got to go and mope, but if anyone has a more serious answer, please.
I was gonna say, are we doing this together? Because in my head,
So you all left together. This is the moment. Let me rephrase. This is the beginning of your month time between now and the start of the masquerade. So y'all have the rest of today and then the month. You know, just tell me what you would like to do in that time. If you would like to skip to that instead of the end of today.
so I'll say at least for the end of today, Nina's probably going to just you know that TikTok where it's like anybody who brings up like Baldur's Gate 3 at the dinner table has to pay, and then it's just a bunch of people chewing really loudly and not saying a word. For Nina, that's what the rest of this game is like. That's what at least this post section is gonna be. Her tear-stricken face just eating the food like that. That's it.
Oh, this poor summer child. All right. Anybody else?
Not because Maple doesn't trust Samir, because Maple doesn't trust Samir's family to be honest with Samir about the fact that the food didn't have more stuff in it. Maple is going to go kill something that she can eat and supply her friends with around a small, meager campfire. It will also help with the slight anger that has been bubbling up in her all day. So yes, something is about to get axed, as it were. It's the new Get Wrecked. What can I say? Put it on a shirt.
Honestly.
Yeah, probably like a deer or something. Something that like has some heft that she can like bring home like on her shoulders. Real like
Real,
know,
I'm bringing it home.
real trophy like.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
Something that also takes skill to kill. Like she wants a challenge. She's not just gonna go like kill something that's sleeping.
That was
It's gotta
very
mean
specific.
something.
I'm very confused.
It's gotta mean something. There's gotta be like physical closure, and she doesn't want to explode on anybody in this party. So
I love this, and I will come back to that. Anyone else for the rest of the day? The longest day, some would say.
I think for the rest of today, Dizzy is going to stick close to the group. Just generally keep an eye on everyone, not out of suspicion, but out of concern. And at the end of the night, when everyone is eating the beast that Maple caught and killed, in the silence, I think realizing that nobody is talking and everyone is still kind of digesting, Dizzy just starts telling stories. And she just tells story after story until she's either stopped or she gets tired.
I would like to add, oh, go ahead, please.
No, go.
I was going to say, I would like to add to that and say that once, like, Dizzy gets to the point where it's like the stories have stopped and the silence have taken over again, Nina just turns to Samir. Like, I imagine that we were supplied dessert for this trauma, right? Is that a fair assumption?
Yeah, the housekeepers were like, "You deserve it. Just take
Yeah.
it."
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming, like, I don't know. I'm thinking something fancy, like creme brulee or something, right?
I was
Like-
thinking creme brulee. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. Nina, but like is about to crack her creme brulee, and then she like looks at Samir and goes, "By the way, I was sent by your grandma to like spy on you and gather information about all the things that you're doing and report back to her." I know that's not really like a fun thing to add on this already shit day, but I figured it might be good to say it now so that like it could just be a shittier day and then maybe tomorrow can be better. And then she's gonna crack the creme brulee and just start eating.
I think after Samir was finished eating, she just started like crocheting random shit for people. It's like, we'll make Maple some like mittens or something. So we're just working on mittens for Maple. And so once Nina says that, she just, without just looking up, it's like, that explains the fangirling from today. Okay.
Cool, good talk.
Yeah, well, at least you were honest with it, so took some time, but honesty, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, everyone, sorry about that. I should have been I can't even say I should have been more prepared. It was just very good creme brulee. Like the house staff did a really good job with this. I'm just gonna.
It's really good. I really
It's
like
very
the notes
good.
of like vanilla bean. I think that was a really nice touch.
Maple, I need your hands real quick. I need to measure that.
Question, Ryu: how much effort did Maple's hands did Maple kill this thing with a weapon or hands? Like are
With
her
her
hands
bare
bloody
hands?
right now?
So
I'm just curious. Also, she would have
so-
had to like skin and like gut this thing. So like,
Yeah.
are you sure, Samir? Is kind of what I'm asking. Like,
Well, I'm sure you were. So this is after the meal had
I would
been
hope that you
cooked.
clean, wash your hands.
you know, don't give us a you can't eat at everybody's house. Like, don't give us that moment, please.
I imagine D&D hand washing like a rinse with like it's not like as thorough as it potentially could be. I don't know. We're not doing food service here, but Maple's still trying to be polite.
Yeah, it's okay.
Also, I'm going to sorry, not retcon, backtrack and give me just are you proficient in survival or
Don't say nature. Please don't say
okay,
nature.
well,
I am proficient in survival though, yes.
Cool. Give me a survival check. This will put everything onto one.
I don't like this, but it's fine because maybe this is just okay. That's a 13. It's not the worst. It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. So
for someone with a -1 in wisdom, the fact that I have a +2 is great.
Mm-hmm. So it wasn't the biggest thing that you could have tracked, but it's certainly noteworthy, and the antlers are fairly large on this deer that you found. Because honestly, the biggest thing you could have found was a boar, and it was you were tracking a thick boy boar, but you came across this and just decided to go for it. But I will say that this is you could use every bit of this one, and I would say that even with a 13, you are able to wrestle up some beef, pocket jerky for like don't pocket jerky, deer jerky for like
it's like the chicken of the sea. It's the beef of the forest. No, but in all seriousness, I think when I told the party off stream, this is like the first I'm saying anything about it. When we were talking about what we might wear to the masquerade, I had mentioned like an antler headdress of some sort. So I will be like using that. There was a point to this.
Oh hell yeah!
Nothing's going to waste.
We love that.
Yeah. So with this meal, and some people are still eating the food that came from the home, and whoever can partake or will partake in the home caught meal of the night. Is there anything anyone would like to do for the rest of this night?
Why did Samir need Maple's hands again? What was
measure
actually
the hands for the the mittens?
Oh, to measure.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just want Samir wants Maple to just cup the titty and just tell her everything's gonna be okay.
That's new. Not a bard, but okay.
Just hold me, Maple. just for minutes.
Love to see it. If nobody has anything else for the rest of the night,
Yeah.
the night is, I will say, everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw. But it's at advantage because of Dizzy's stories for the rest of that night.
It's my wisdom save off.
At advantage. I don't know if you heard me.
I love how that mattered. I rolled a 4 and a 5. so it's a 5.
Okay.
24.
18. Bree, what
What's
you
6
get?
plus 8?
14?
I got a 14. Which is not
Yeah.
good. I have a +8 to my wisdom saving throw, so it's bad.
And that was an
I have a +7.
advantage
I got
for
an 11.
I
okay?
literally got a 6 and a 5. So
I rolled an 8 and a 19.
We love
We
that.
had
for
one
you.
good
We love that
roll
for Disney.
out of 8.
and I thought about using inspiration, but I was like, maybe it'll be funny, so I didn't.
Well, if all of us failed except for Dizzy, I mean.
Well, maybe we didn't fail. Well, maybe not all of us failed.
The only two that have fallen would be Bree and Maple.
Oh,
Sorry.
just barely.
Toast. Nina and Maple. So the night falls, and actually, this is fitting, if I would say. The anxiety for Nina and the unquelled rage for Maple keeps you up for the rest of that night. So, restless and letting the day play out over and over in your head, you will gain a point of exhaustion for the next day. I know, it's just like real life. It fucking sucks. All right. I'm going to count the exhaustion for the first 2 rolls that you make, because the next thing that we're going to discuss is everything that y'all get up to during that month. So, let's start with uh, let's start with Nina. For the next month, but between now and the Masquerade Ball, what do you get up to? Who do you go see? Who do you speak with, either within this party or outside resources?
Hold on, I have to bring up the Notion because it's Notion it's people in the Notion. And I don't remember their names because I made them months ago. I would probably I will figure out an order in like 2 seconds, but Simon is definitely on the list, I think. Because I think that just makes sense. Now my question for you, Ryu, is based on Cole's like information. Would Cole seek me out? Because I don't think Nina would seek out Cole, but I also think that like, does that make sense?
Cole's. Oh, I see what you mean.
I didn't want to say it because it's spoilers.
Yeah. So for that, honestly, I think you need a luck roll. And you're gonna want to make it.
This is upsetting. Low.
Low. All right.
I got a 30.
Cole does not seek you out, or for whatever reason, you don't hear from Cole.
This is great. This is great news. Very happy to hear. Well then, I'm sorry. I'm trying to log into the Notion, and my brain, my I don't remember anything.
Hmm.
What is the? I believe she's a tiefling. I believe they're a tiefling.
Um,
Cherith.
Thank you.
the
Ye-
one that wait, y'all's link or your
Wait,
link?
no, my link. Sorry, Dizzy.
Uh, Sierra?
Yes.
Yes.
So I would probably seek out Sirza because did y'all hear that? I couldn't tell if that was in my apartment or if that was like in here. Okay, well that's something I'm gonna worry about later. Um, I know that sounds concerning, and that's because it is. Anyways, so I'm gonna seek out Sirza and mostly for like advice seeking. I'll probably seek out Simon, but probably not to like the end of the month because I may or may not maybe ask Simon to the masquerade ball. I gotta see how this month goes first. So
Mm. Mm.
because this month might not go great. I also want to seek out um Leokas as well. I want to seek them out. So essentially I am meeting with like a lot of my
Touching bases
con
with as many contacts
yes.
as possible. Right.
And but before all of that, I'm actually going to talk to Samir.
Okay.
So I feel like it's like one day. Nina just got very, very recently after this conversation. Nina's
Mm-hmm.
gonna come up to Samir and be like, hey,
Hello.
so like, I'm sorry for also, I know it may sound like I'm not being sincere, but this is just how my voice sounds.
No,
Um,
my chuckle was not in regards to if it was insincere or not. It was kind of a chuckle of surprise.
I'm trying to be like a growing different person, maybe. Um, there are things going on that like I kind of know about and like some things I don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And um I'm going to use this downtime to kind of figure that out, but I figured one, I should apologize to you because like spying on you for the sake of like another person isn't really cool when you think about it. Um so yeah. I'm also here
Mm-hmm.
to ask you
Okay.
um if I desired to take everything feasibly possible away from your grandmother and leave her alive, but with nothing, how would you feel about that? Hypothetically, I can leave her with some things, but I just
If you, well, first and foremost, I accept your apology and I thank you for it. I know that past Nina would have had difficulty with that, so I appreciate that you're willing to take the steps necessary to start becoming a better person or becoming a person that you know that you can be. In regards to the grandmother question, well, that's a bit complicated. If you asked me 2 days ago, I would say no, but today, after everything, I'm left a bit conflicted. It's more so because, unfortunately, the tangled web that she's weaved for herself involves not just her. It involves my mother in a weird way, my father, my grand with him, and unfortunately myself. So I would like to see how much we can untangle before starting to dismantling her foundation. I would also prefer if you ask me on a different day when I have more time to fully flesh out all the emotions I've been having since, well, yesterday, but honestly, truthfully, for the past 28 years.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds like super traumatic and like a lot that you have to do and stuff. I also
Hmm.
got a lot to like think about. There's like these papers that have stuff on them that um I don't quite know what they have on them, but I'm not quite ready to read that. And I have to figure out what's going on in my mind. So like I was gonna take some time, a lot of unpacking, a lot of screaming, crying, and destroying things and other people's lives, but like preferably people that deserve it. And yeah, so I'm thinking checking in like a month, see how you're feeling. You think that's enough time for you to figure out the emotions and stuff?
Well, I suppose I would have to have something figured out because in a month there is a
Yeah.
party.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that should be fine. Do you. I wasn't present for the full conversation that everyone had with you. I. A part of me had a weird inkling that she was involved with why you are kind of like this. And so I did not feel like it was my place to say anything at the potential risk of maybe traumatizing. But I do wish to say, even though our relationship was mainly forged by the job that you were sent to do, I would like to hope that it was still formulated and bonded together by all the late night shenanigans we used to do. So you don't have to tell me about the papers. If you don't wish for assistance, from me at the very least, you don't have to ask, but feel free during the month to reach out. I miss my drinking buddy from Kiss. Lucky is a good drinking buddy, but sometimes pirates are a different breed. So just let me know.
That's like really heartwarming of you to say. And you'll notice that this entire time she's had like a stress, it's pretty much a stress ball. It's like a like squishy thing that looks like it was in the shape of like something, but has somehow in the last 24 hours been almost completely mangled and destroyed. And she's been like squeezing it, and like as you're saying like the nice and caring things, she starts squeezing it more aggressively. And she's like, that's like really nice of you. um I'm not quite at the point where I can like properly process positive things said about me. So I'm
Mhm.
desperately trying to avoid the urge to call you really offensive names and run away. So instead of doing that, I'm going to say thanks, girl. And um
Do you want me to call you
squeeze,
a
squeeze, squeeze,
harlot
squeeze.
do you want me to call you a
No,
harlot or what? How do you
that
want
would
me to
be
assist with this?
helpful. Like
Okay.
every once in a while, just throw in something kind of mean.
All right, you
We'll make
pink-haired
this.
harlot. We need to get
Whew,
drinks so I can drink you
okay.
under the table. Does that work?
Whew.
Is that a bit too
Yes,
harsh?
that's perfect. That's
Okay,
perfect.
making sure.
All right. Okay, bye, bitch. And then
Bye,
I'm gonna
bitch.
leave.
Mm-mm-mm.
Samira and Nina are in their sorority girl era.
God,
Oh
which
my
divine
God.
nine would Samir be in? Question for another day.
um, I love that so much. Okay. And on now, I will say that anybody can jump in with little caveats that you want to have with each other at some point. Um, but during that next, on your list of people you wanted to contact, uh, who and why?
I'm sorry. I felt like I was anyways. So I'm definitely gonna contact Sierza next. And basically I'm trying to get one. So I know from our conversation, I definitely realized that there was like something wrong in my mind, but I don't quite know what. So since Sierza is like they're like pretty high on like the totem pole. I think I'm gonna like reach out to them to like kind of like inquire about info and also like see how they feel about hypothetically getting up to some fuck shit.
Um, let me check something real fast. Okay, I had to make sure that that was the group I was making sure of. Okay, so uh, yeah, I would say it takes a couple days of you getting information or sending your notices of wanting to meet up, specifically because Sirza is not usually talkative to people who aren't right up under her or in the same trapper circles. So it takes a couple days, but they finally say, "Okay, tired of the notes and where where do you want to meet?" Um, you get together at one of the inns in the um, in the engineering districts. So that is full of folks that are just recovering from too many things go boom when things don't go right in the labs out there. But it's certainly a loud and fun place to be in one of the inns here. You grab a seat, and shortly after, you get a drink from a mysterious person as the bartender points you in the direction of where a hooded figure is sitting. Once you head to that table, Sirza is there.
I walk over to the table. Nina struts over to the table. And they're like, babes, it's so good to see you. Mwah, mwah. Um, and then like Nina whispers, like, should I call you something else while we're here? Or like, what's the deal? What's the tea?
I believe the tea would just be us kind of having a conversation or just chilling. Sit down. Tell me what's been up. How have you been? What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh, you will not believe the week that I've had. Nina sits down and gets like
Mm,
really comfy cozy, and he is like,
mhm.
well, I figured out my entire life is a lie,
Oh,
and that my entire beginnings might be false, but not quite sure what's going on there.
okay.
Um, which is like definitely crazy. Very traumatic. Fun fact.
Wild.
Not as fun as you would think it would be. You know, they could be like quirky, cute. It's actually really sad and depressing.
I can't imagine a more saddened way to go through life. Wow. So what can I do for that?
Yeah, so like in between of like, feeling bad for myself and
Mhm.
like the occasional outburst of emotion, I'm really trying to get into like my plotting bag. So, want to check in on two things. Two, have you ever heard of like memories being locked away or like a possible cure for that? And if so, do you have any like resources you could shoot my way?
Mina, I need you to roll a luck check, and I will roll something in response to that. High or low?
Hi. How do I know if it's a 9 or a 6? I guess it doesn't matter, but it's either a 98 or a 68. I'm trying to figure it out.
It doesn't have a
It's a
dot.
90. It's a
Okay.
98. Yeah. There
And
we
you
go. It's a
said
98.
high, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's the best it could be. All right. Let me roll something. I need you to roll an insight check. And this will be a disadvantage because of your um, exhaustion.
Oh, chicken. Wait, I'm going to be exhausted for the whole month?
No, no, no. I You're going to be exhausted for your first two rolls
Oh,
of the month. Yeah.
I got you. Insight. Can I use guidance?
Uh, sure.
8. 8 plus 7, 8. 15. I'm an adult. I know how to do math. 15 total.
Don't has nothing to do with math. Trust me. That's why we have
I
math gaze. Okay. So no reason. No
No
reason.
reason.
They kind of shift back. And it's like, so it sounds to me like you need a work, job, or connection. Is that why? So we're talking business now, yeah?
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, we can like still
I mean,
hang and stuff, but
I
like,
mean, this is I came here for a nice chill hangout, and okay. So you want business done, and her demeanor kind of changes a little bit.
we can't do both.
Unfortunately, no. I'm so sorry. I just we have to make sure that the hmm the confusions of lines don't get crossed, and we don't want to get anything messy when you want us to do the work correctly. Sounds like you're going through a lot, and I would hate to take advantage of you, but work is work.
Teresa, you drive a really hard not bargain because you don't bargain. You just say what you want and you get it. And
I
I
know
envy
my
that.
worth. Know your worth.
Fine, whatever. Business Searza, it is. Be it business Searza can't have margaritas though.
Oh, I can after. A celebratory margarita.
Fine.
So, what is it you need? Exactly.
The first thing I need, it's two. Well, one's a need and one is a business proposition. My first need is I need whatever the fuck has been done to my head to be undone. I don't quite know what it is, but I know that memories are blocked off and I can't access them. And I don't like that.
I might know some people. What's it worth to you? It's crass for me to throw out numbers first.
First, I'd like to give you my business proposition and see if that helps make that price go down a little bit.
Who said I
Um,
don't bargain? That's a bargain, right? I'm just saying.
yes.
You said I
Mm-hmm.
didn't bargain. I would hate to make you out to be a liar, honey. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Sierra. Okay, fine. A bargain. How fond of you are you of Mother Rahani? Hypothetically.
Oh, please. Sirza shifts a little and kind of leans back. Now, that is a big name for you to be throwing around right now. Before I answer that question, I'm going to have to ask why.
Because I happen to know her very well. And I don't really think that. No, that's not right. I know that whatever I uncover is going to take our somewhat positive relationship, if you could call it that, to a very negative one. But thanks to her, I have many resources and access to people under her tutelage. And I think, depending on how you can help me, um, I might be able to help distribute those individuals to, I don't know, a cooler, more hip group. Someone with a who happens to have a pink tiefling as a leader, who has beautiful braids, which are constantly on point.
Oh, they sound amazing.
They really do.
Almost too good to be true. Interesting. Hmm. What's your price? What are you willing to part with for a connection to get to tit for tat here?
Ryu, I'm assuming. Wait, you mean what am I willing to part with for the first part of the information, or the second part?
The first part is you wanting to get in contact with someone who can help you with your memories, right?
Yes.
The second part is you giving up information about Mother Rahani, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Right. They are asking if you are willing to, or what are you willing to give for the first part specifically, with the second part in mind, because that is obviously you can tell that is
Juicy.
very good.
Okay. Nina smiles and says, "Well, darling, I'm more than happy to in addition to that lovely tidbit of information, I'm also more than happy to offer my services to you when you need them." What? I'm very capable.
Of course.
You mean to
What?
tell me that you can't use any loud assistance? Distraction, maybe? It can be very distracting in more ways than one.
I can see that. Well, here's. It's not like we do discrete jobs all the time, although some of the merging parties would like us to change our tactics. I don't really like doing that, though. It's more fun when things go boom.
Isn't it? And I'm very good at making things go boom.
That's why I like this area. So, if you want to cause some havoc every now and again in replacement of your paying off for the services, it's not going to be easy, and it's certainly not going to be one singular job. I hope you know that.
Oh, I am very aware. But I like working for you. What can I say?
Please roll a persuasion check. This will be the last one at disadvantage.
Oh, come on, Ryu.
So sorry.
Can I use inspiration to make it like even?
Give you that, yeah.
Okay.
So not
Oh, shit.
disadvantage, it's just a single roll.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's a 5 total.
Uh-huh. And we are keeping that?
No, I don't want
Are
to,
you
but
sure?
I do not want
You're
to.
positive?
Do we have any table inspo that anybody would be okay with me taking?
I think
So
we have one,
currently
right?
we have 7 table inspo.
We have 7?
We have
Huh?
7.
Oh,
Okay.
including the one that
For
we
table
got today.
inspos, we have 7.
Oh,
Please make it 6, assuming
So-
everyone
We've
is
mainly been
okay.
using just our character inspos.
So I'm deciding how mean I want to be here because technically it's still the same roll, so it would be disadvantage unless you use another inspo to make it the singular roll.
My back hurts, Ryu.
Half
I'm
of
in
us,
hot girl
most of us have
pain.
back issues right now. It's still Virgo season. Do this as a treat for me, DK.
Wow.
It's Beyonce's birthday month. Do this for her. She's
So
a
many
fan.
great reasons. I listen.
Yes.
If
Yes.
somebody puts this in front of Beyonce, I swear to God,
I would die.
I would die. Okay, so I suppose I'll be nice. So it'll be a single roll.
Can I have guidance? Please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's better. Wait. 15. Persuasion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15. I'm hoping that's high enough.
It's not.
Oh!
I as much as I love the idea of working with you for an extended amount of time, I'm definitely going to need something else to, like, fill up the coffers and everything.
What do you want? I don't really have a lot. Can't you just tell me what you want from me? It looks like you have something specific in mind.
Well, as always, I just need a little extra coin. So you find a way. Oh, actually, you find a way for some of our folks, or even some of our equipment, to make it into the big fancy party, and you'll have a deal. If you carry it in yourself, you'll definitely have a deal, and a little something extra.
How big is the equipment?
Oh, just small enough. You wouldn't even notice it was on you. Nobody would.
I need to know so I know where I have to put it.
You'll get that information if you agree to it. And of course, closer to the party. I would hate for the surprises to be, well,
Okay,
unsurprised.
answer me this.
Mm.
Am I going to say this? Yes. Answer me this. And this is a necessary question if you want me to do this job. Is it small enough and also not pointy or uncomfortable where I could fit it in a place where I know no one would be able to check, if you catch my drift?
Yes, it will be small and non-pointy.
All right, then you have a deal. It's not going to seep into my bloodstream and give me hallucinations, is it?
No, long story short, we stopped doing that a while ago.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because that one time, it's just, it wasn't really a good time for it.
Getting high on their own supply, and also the whole problem with the, it's not getting to the right. Yeah, no,
it's not getting to the right place. We had to
we tried to do the thing that the sips do. We really can't do the things that the sips do. We know our strengths now. It's fine.
Yeah, I can definitely do that for you.
Love to hear it.
Ryu, please know that Nina is slipping this up her hoo-ha. That's why I was asking.
That's not where I thought it was.
Oh, that's not where you thought
I
it was?
was thinking titty.
No, I was thinking titty. Because the only place no one will check. Because here's my thing. If they have, if it's magic or something, people can check. But no one's going to check the hoo-ha.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I'm smuggling. Anyways,
I think Ava has a secret counter for how many times she can sneak in titty on stream for tonight. This is what, 3?
Sorry, I will stop. I'll stop. I'm dressed casually with no makeup on. This is what you're getting from me.
the reason why I'm asking is because I'm like, is this something that would be unsafe? I'm gonna put it in like a baggie or something. Like I'm not just gonna
a full smuggle, a full cooch smuggle. We love to see it. Yes. Did you say that to her to them?
So if they didn't pick up on that, Nina
Let
would have been
me
like,
see, because
yeah, given it, like I'm not being deceptive or anything. I'm like very much like
they're just like, oh yeah, sure, you could totally smuggle that in places without issue, and then almost ready to go to a different sentence and just
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be a problem, is it?
No, not initially, but you might. Just be careful when you cough, I guess. It'll be fine.
I've had more unpleasant things in there. Anyways.
So, with the deal struck, yeah, I know a couple people that can do some magic shenanigans. Now, what they're going to charge you is a whole other story, but they get it like paper out and hand it to you, and there are 2 names on it. And on the side, one says Paladin, or like cleric of some sort, and the other just says weird healer.
Does it say their names?
I hear Jack just playing so loudly in the background. Anyway.
Does it say their names?
It does. I don't have them in front of me. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Also, for people who are wondering, because I know somebody's gonna ask, I know I have lesser restoration, but Nina doesn't know what this is for. So I can't reasonably be like, Nina just starts casting spells on herself.
Yeah, no, and that makes sense.
Do I know? Can I like roll to see if I know or if I'm aware of like who these people are, and like one, who would be the nicest to me and or charge me the least? Like who would charge me the least? Like, can I get somebody to take pity on me for being sad and helpless?
I could say that you did this without a roll, truly, because you would know that the weird healer is somebody that kind of is. It's the vet tech that you go to when you get shot. You know, that's the weird healer. Like,
what? Will he charge me less than the cleric paladin?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to wheelchair.
Okay. Okay. We will come back to you later. Let's roll that wonderful camera over to Dizzy.
I would like to request that Dizzy does not go next. I have a couple of things, so I would like to give someone else a chance.
Okay.
Actually, so listen, hear me out. Did Ash give you a just I'm thinking of what time it is because I feel like Ava also has a lot. Do you want to do Ash exposition and then we come back from break and do because Maple is kind of paired with Dizzy, that's why it's a lot. And I want to give Ava a chance to talk too, and I don't want to cut off either of us like in the middle.
I also have a potential Disney one as well.
No,
But that's also just having family dinner. And you see Uncle and Aunt.
Okay. I've lost track of time. Is break soon? Am I correct? It's like soon, right?
10 minutes, my friend.
Okay,
I know.
so
Isn't that
here's what
wild?
that happened so
Flying.
fast. So good, so juicy though. I'm gonna say we're gonna go ahead and do the break now, and then I'm not gonna do Ash's thing because it's just better when Ash is here. So we will see what that will be like the next time. Do you see this fool? Anyway, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna let my restless, wonderful good boys out and then feed them, and then everybody else needs to take care of themselves. Stretch, do your water, get your medicine, and we will do your water, get your anyway. We will be back eventually, and take care of yourself. BRB. you say one-ish, is it anyone?
We're live, baby.
Oh, hey everybody. How's it going? Oh my god. Hey, hope you took care of yourselves. You did what you needed to do. I don't think my camera is big enough for you to see this big sausage behind me, but it's fine. Dog. It's a
Ryu.
dog.
I was
It's a
gonna say
dog.
Ryu
It's a
showing off their
dog.
sausage on stream. Someone clip it.
It's a dog. Anyway, we're gonna get back into this month in a life for this wonderful party. We will be zooming over to Samir.
Okay, cool. I guess she's been kind of distracting herself for a good bit. Um, doing mainly temple stuff. There is a brief moment where like she'll tell everyone individually, like, hey, I put in a word for a couple of the dress shop places. Put it all on my grandmother's tab because that's the very least she could do. Go wild, be as fancy as you fucking want. See you guys in a month, unless you see me sooner than that. And just got those tabs taken out just right off the cuff there. But I think eventually, instead of her trying to track down Wern, I feel like Wern would track her down. Be like, all right, time for training.
Wern has kind of been not trying to hover around y'all's party as much as Wern is a free man about this time. Just kind of disappears every now and again to take care of whatever connections he may have in the city, touch bases with some folks there. And around a week or two into your downtime, he kind of finds you. So it's now a good time to try to see if we want to eat. Everybody's been telling you what to do with your powers, including myself. I don't think it's a bad idea to ask you at this point. What do you want to do with it?
Is it a bad answer to say, actually, let me rephrase this. I have been isolated from it for so long. I have the only presence I know it as is a destructive, uncontrollable force. But I also know that life without it felt very hollow. So I understand I need it. It's a part of me, whether I want it to or not. But I'm honestly not too sure what I really want to do.
I trying desperately not to say something that would fully influence that, considering
Honestly,
yes, it is destructive. It can be, but destruction with a purpose is, well, helpful.
honestly, of all the blood relatives that I have, You have technically lied the least, so I kind of take your word over everyone else's a bit more.
I don't know if that was a compliment. I,
I would consider it a compliment,
oh, good.
but granted, I just had a very bad encounter with those blood relatives, so I don't know.
True. I, I'm probably biased, of course, with this,
Of course.
but I think your mother is more obviously more accepting and more wanting to make amends or try to help at this point. She did the best that she, well, I know that's cliche to say. She did the best that she could, considering there was no one around with that type of power to help teach you. But that's my biased opinion, and you can take your time with that. But I'm here now, and it would take some sort of force to get me to not be anymore.
Well, how should we do this then? I think I'm about 28 years too late for training, so
Oh, it's never too late. Uh, the problem, honestly, is that you being 28, you can be fully held liable for any breakages or destruction that you can come across. It's different when you're a kid because you just be like, they're just a kid, don't worry about it. But you are fully grown and they will fully do the law.
but look at this face. How could you want to charge me with destroying property with this face? I'm
Uh,
kidding. We
oh,
go
okay. I'm
somewhere
like,
where
I
there's
mean,
no
you did get the
property.
gene from somewhere, so it's totally
Uh-huh.
understandable.
We could just go somewhere else.
I suppose we could. Um, all right. Well, let's. How I don't know how your body would handle a plane jump at this point.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know how. Have you ever had the ability to plane jump at any point? I don't
I
know if
got
that's a thing for.
I rode the back of an avatar in the Astral Sea as I was trying not to die. I don't know if that counts.
Wait, yeah. Wait, say those words in succession again.
I must have said that before. I died giving up my life essence to the
I do
Avatar of the
remember you telling me
Forest,
that. Okay, yeah.
and as I was trying not to fully perma die, I rode the back of said avatar back to the mortal plane, and it was on the Astral Sea. And I was trying to help a companion not slip into the Astral Sea at the time. So I gotta guess that's the closest I've ever experienced a plane thing.
Have I got a trip for you?
Oh
Um,
no. Do I
it's
have to should I warn someone I'm doing this? Do I have to tell Dizzy?
it's probably a great idea. To I will should be fine. You should be fine. It should be fine. Everything should be fine.
I'm gonna write a note for Dizzy. Hold on.
Okay.
Please send this to
We'll be back in time. It'll be fine.
Oh,
We'll be back in
mm,
time for. Did they set a time for this dinner?
well, I'm sure they did. I
I'm sure we
personally
will. We'll be. It'll be. Everything will be a okay.
deliver that to Sir Dizzy Morgaine. Uh, okay, fine. Let's. Is EC gonna be okay? Cause EC's still with me.
Oh, that's right.
Hello.
I've been here the whole time.
I just like to remind Ryu that he's here.
Thank you. So I don't know how automatons reboots can take the. I'm sure it probably won't be fine. I don't know. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Warren kind of looks towards Izzy and leans down. What are your exact parameters in terms of sticking around um, Samir? Izzy lights up. Uh, it is within safety to remain within 60 feet of, at minimum, of Samir, which is my charge to protect. Morgan kind of looks up. Okay, so we're definitely going to be more than 60 feet away, and I don't know if he can tell that. I don't know if we should we
There's a
lie?
dark humor to this where on one hand if something had happened to him, uh he's a rental, from what I understand from my grandmother, and if that screws her over, oh well. However, I've come to like EC for the past several weeks that I've been with him, so I'd rather not have something bad to him, even if it causes uh monetary loss for her. So preferably I hope he's okay. Hold on, do we have like a spirited dying or like what's my spell sheet say? I have a spare the dying.
What we can do. Above table, if I'm not mistaken, you did get the keys or ability to change
Mm-hmm.
in Issy's parameters or any information that you would like to
Yeah.
give Issy. So that's above table from the last time, in case you forgot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Could I put him, with his consent, of course, put him in a sleep mode at the temple, just so like he's safe and out of the way, and no alerts go out.
Sure, you can do that. Um,
Ethy, are you okay if you sleep for a little bit?
sure,
I will be fine. I just worry that the travel would do damage to you.
I, I, I don't mind being put into stasis for a little bit. I don't really know things are passing, so that's fine.
Well, at the very least, we can have you and head paladin. What is the name of the head paladin? What do I have? Xena. We can. Xena can have you in her room. That way, you're safe. You don't have to worry about. Well, I deal with the shenanigans of my father.
Um, I will go where I'm asked. No problem.
All right, cool. We'll set that up for him, and then
Mhm.
when that's good, teleport me, Daddy-O. I don't know. My back hurts, y'all. I'm just
I wasn't ready. Okay. You are whisked away to an elemental planescape, specifically made of the strongest of winds and storms and lightning strikes, and it is surprisingly the most calm you have ever been. It
Hmm.
is the most comfort you have ever felt in this space, which is surprising. Everything in here should be loud and frightening or harmful, especially the jolt when you first pop out of uh, the portal from the mortal realm to the elemental realm. It is very rough. The first feels like a week, but you push through it. And eventually, through a lot of the training, hmm, actually, I need a luck check.
Oh God. Let's see. Where's the D10? That's a
Because
D8.
shenanigans afoot.
Uh, High.
Alrighty.
84.
For what feels like a week, it is work to stand up or even breathe in the way that the air is set here for you. And you notice that that
Hmm.
is because you are also half elf. This is very rough on a body that is not full elemental or even full Gemini in this space. But you keep going, you keep pushing through. And throughout the week, you gain skills to be able to not so much control the space around you, but definitely persuade the storms around you. The week passes, and you come back to the mortal plane.
That felt weird. How can you manage that? Oh God.
Honestly, it felt like a sunny day here, so.
I guess. Um,
But you did
Thank
very
you.
well considering.
Thank you.
I'm definitely happy I don't have to, you know, go find a healer or anything. Explain that to your mother. Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we left at a temple, so you wouldn't have to travel too far to find a healer, technically.
That's true.
Cupcake. I did want to say, I did want to say something before, well, actually, before that. So is this like a routine thing we're doing for the next couple weeks, or is this a one and done thing? Like, how do we move forward from here?
It's gonna take some time for sure. At least
Do I drop down?
do you what?
Do I have is it just training on my own now, or what is this?
Um, I the training for this is gonna take some time. We can either stay there for the entirety and put it all into one lump, or we can stretch it out to give your body a little saving grace, considering.
I'd rather, I'd rather do that. I still have some obligations.
Yeah, it's best, honestly. So I'll be around. If you happen to need or want to leave the city at any point, just let me know and we'll figure it out.
Where do I contact you? I know you're not at the house.
No, I won't be there. Well, I'll give you a way to contact me in the next couple days. How about that?
Okay, as long as it's not like suspicious or anything.
I What could possibly be suspicious?
Call it being on high alert now.
I wouldn't even know what the suspicious what I could be doing to I'm just gonna go to the magic shop and get some sending stones. I don't know if that's what do you mean
Why did you
suspicious?
say that? Honestly,
Well,
we're
because I have to get up some money
and I
to do
probably,
it. I mean that might be suspicious.
you know what? Usually, usual mood Tamir would be more concerned of what have you been doing since being back in Kiss, but I honestly do not care right now. Uh, so don't set anything on fire. Don't hurt civilians. And I think that's all I could really say to that. But I will say
Work with those
before you
compounds.
leave, because I should at least say thank you for coming to my aid a couple weeks ago. I didn't take time to say that.
No problem. As long as I'm close enough to ride the winds, I will do that.
You didn't have to, though. I have not been very forthcoming to you.
Oh, what if you? I mean, it's your business to keep. If you want to keep things, that's nothing wrong with that. And also fully understandable considering.
Yeah. I'm just not used to I'm not used to having someone telling me the storms aren't going to hurt me. And it's a very different feeling to have that be the case now. So that's really it.
Okay. The
I'm
storms
gonna get
aren't going to
some
hurt
sleep.
you. It's going to be very fun when you can fully control the storms. They will be the last of your problems.
I I doubt that right now, but that's because of the chaotic nature of it. But I will shake my head in understanding and go get my bot. Don't set any fires, please.
No problem. Any easy request. Take your time, and when it's, I'll be back with the sending sounds. But other than that, I'll be around.
next
really
thing
hope.
is dinner with Grandma.
Yeah, don't want to do that again. But any other dinners, please and thank you.
I'll let you know.
No problem. You, I'll be back.
Mhm.
And he
I'll grab EC.
disappears.
Sounds good. I'll grab EC and then I guess make my way back to the house for whatever that's gonna happen there. Because I did say a week.
We will come back to that. If we are, are we saying Maple and Dizzy are together? Doing the thing for you too?
Yes, Mo, do you have a thing you want to do for Maple first?
No, we can go. Maple's stuff is if we have additional time, and I would like actually for Ryu to probably let us know how much time our mutual thing takes, so I know how much time I have after that, because that's the more important thing to me.
Depends on what y'all got going on. Also, time is weird considering the jumps.
Well, then, yeah. I think whenever the group does kind of split up to make their plans for the month of downtime, Dizzy, can I roll an insight check on Maple to see if she's still just like radiating rage and confusion?
What's your passive insight? Because honestly,
14.
I would say so. Very. You don't know to what extent, but you for sure can tell something is up. And don't forget that Maple will have disadvantage for the first 2 rolls during this month because of the exhaustion. But
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay. Then I think in as close to a kind of hands up, don't try to stab me position as possible, Dizzy approaches Maple, and waits until she has your attention and then says, "Hey, Maple, not for any particular reason or anything, but have you ever talked to a jellyfish?"
Bud, I actually cannot say I've ever had that pleasure, no.
Do you want to?
Maple looks really concerned for a second because this seems like a trap, and you're asking Maple if she would like to go, like, swimming. And I'm just gonna say it's canon that Maple probably can't swim. She's been, like, landlocked. So.
I think.
Oh,
no.
we just lost Ava, that's all. Okay. Oh, she's coming back. All right. So anyway, but no, that would be a nice little change of pace. That sounds delightful, actually. How big are they? Are they like?
Well, this one in particular is real big, kind of giant-ish, but he's real friendly. He's sort of like the family pet.
Okay, I do have a question then. Is it rideable? Is it like that kind of? Okay, then I'm so down. Maple's whole demeanor changes.
I do have to warn you about our other family pet. He's my dad's. He's had him since we were back home in the Feywild. He's kind of ugly, bordering on hideous, but he means well. Just don't mind the light on the top of his head. He can't really do anything about that, and he doesn't like it when we dim it for him. So there's that. But I thought, we've been kind of cooped up in the city for a while, and we're still in the city, obviously, but my parents have kind of unique accommodations inside the castle because of, and Dizzy just kind of gestures at all the water.
Okay. Quick thing. If there is swimming that we must do, I would ask for a small physical accommodation. Could floaties perhaps be provided? Not that I'm like, embarrassed of my physical skill or anything. I'm sure I could learn it quite quick, but just to make sure I don't slow you down,
I mean, I wouldn't be embarrassed about it. Safety is important, and it's better to say you need floaties than not float. So, yeah, I think we can make that happen. Also, I think we can probably do something to help you breathe and all, too.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This kind of sounds like a vacation, and I've never been on vacation, so I'm like really excited.
Okay, all right, let's go then. It's in the castle, but we're only to get there, and then we're going someplace else, kind of. It's complicated, but you'll see when we get there.
Okay.
And I would like to go see my parents in their room at the Queen's Palace.
All right. You head off to the knight's quarters, knight's side of the castle itself, which is a skip and a hop away from where the main areas of the main throne room and everything is, and you know that it's another skip and a hop away from where the masquerade ball will be held. But this space is large and beautiful, and all kinds of people that work for the crown stay in this area and these parts of the castle itself. So you head towards there. And what do we see when we head to this room specifically?
When you head to the room, there's kind of a plain looking wooden door, sort of the standard heavy castle door that you would put a bar behind to keep it closed. But Dizzy pushes it open without knocking because she wasn't raised right. And as the door opens, Dizzy is going to shape water to hold back water at the threshold. Mom and Dad's room is sort of a pocket dimension, like the room that Keonce has, but it's a coral reef. So just to shield Maple from the water, I want to create kind of a pocket around her.
Right.
So the rest of her will get wet, but she'll be able to breathe.
A sandy situation, right? Love to see it.
I've never been more excited to be damp in my life.
Wait a minute. All right. As you enter the space, you are immediately greeted. As you push into this little space specifically, you are immediately greeted with what feels like the lightest of tension on your mind, as something is knocking at your mind's communication sensor section. And
Fling the door open.
Dizzy would know that tension knock is their mother. Just being like, oh, I sent someone who's, hey, hi. Maple, do you open your mind?
Okay, whatever opening your mind looks like to Maple, I don't know. She probably just closes her eyes really hard and hopes that works, crossing her fingers maybe.
You hear honestly, it seems very nearly harmonic, but it's a softer tone as someone speaks into Maple's minds and Dizzy's, of course. Who have you brought with you today? Okay, let me make sure that everything is. I'll be there in a second. Coming, hold on. And you just kind of feel the emotions of everything's fine. Nope, that's out of place. Hold on. um, as you keep pushing through, these lines stay open. And what does everybody see? Because I don't think we've introduced Lady Monday before. What does everyone see?
I should have that open, and now I do. I got it. Mom is only vaguely humanoid. She is sort of a mer person, so she's got the body of a woman from the waist up, and then she's got a long kind of iridescent blue and green and purple tail with sort of thin kind of gossamer like fins. She has almost what looks like a cowlick coming up out of her hair, but it's there's a little light on the end like an anglerfish, and she has kind of a crown centered underneath it. She's really ornately dressed from the waist up, but obviously has not tried to cover her tail situation. And she is accompanied by a bioluminescent jellyfish about the size of a Buick that is dutifully following behind her.
This is for
Like
sure
one of those
what you see.
hamster-shaped Buicks? Is that what you're...
Definitely pushing through this jellyfish to seemingly tidy up a wide open coral reef area, just hidden away a little bit from the what you can see like a small little. It's almost a home within an open world. So, and she turns around and does a spin and a little bit of a curtsy, and it's just like mentally the whole time. Welcome. How are you? Oh, okay. So here's the thing. We're just gonna do this, and she swims over to Dizzy and does like the hug, like this is a very strong hug for what seems like should not be this strong.
She's already braced, like prepared for the crushing.
And while Dizzy is in this hug, she looks over Dizzy's shoulder straight at Maple and says, okay, and you are one of Dizzy's friends. Are you okay in the space? Do you need anything else? Are you aquatic good? She's not moving her hand this much. It's like this hand because this is still squeezing.
I think I have Maple as chaotic good, so right now she's aquatic good. She's having a great time. Like she probably has to like move her arms a little bit to like keep from, because I'm assuming with this giant jellyfish in here, there's a bit of a current, whether we like it or not. So Maple's trying. Maple's trying to keep her boots on the floor. Like, but clearly, like actually taking a look around the room, Maple is realizing the floor isn't necessarily meant for walking. Like the ceiling looks like it would feel really nice, like on your fingers. It wouldn't hurt your head too much should you accidentally give yourself slight momentum problems getting up from the floor. So yeah, she's having a great time just looking around the room, observing the jellyfish, really burying the urge to touch said jellyfish, and attempting to like half curtsy, half bow, whatever ends up being easier underwater. But it looks really clumsy either way to Dizzy's mom.
Lady Monday almost just lets up a little bit from the hug, and then just kind of still has a hand on your shoulder, as she turns to Maple and is like, okay, so may I, because I think I can help a little bit with the and she kind of pokes you just on off to the shoulder. And you are given breathe underwater. And she says, well, that won't help with your balance, but it will help in case you are distressed about that. about the
Funny
thieving.
enough, this now means that Maple's hat and hair are now equally as wet as the rest of her, right?
Well, she didn't
I haven't
pop the
dropped it.
bubble.
I haven't dropped it.
Yeah, we
Oh.
haven't dropped the bubble. We're just able. You are able to breathe underwater if something were to happen.
Okay. Cool. I would like to say, with the attempt to like bow curtsy, Maple was coming out of an involuntary somersault when the lady touched her shoulder, and is very grateful. Doesn't know exactly what spell was just cast on her, but will give 2 thumbs up slowly. Water mass is weird. But okay, yeah, quick question to Ruski here. Do you perhaps have anything that I could maybe pin to the bottom of my crop top to attach it to my shorts so it doesn't like come up? I'm just curious. Gravity really isn't in my favor, darling. You know, it's not.
I'm sure we could find a few
Just a
clothing.
spare set of suspenders or something.
Great.
Like anything will do.
Suspenders would be great too.
I've never worn them in the front before, but it seems fun, you know.
I'm sure we could find a little something for you. First things first. Welcome to our little abode. My name is Lady Monday, and I am this one's mother, who has so wet, and she just starts again.
Is he just kind of truncates and is just nodding?
And that one over there is saying that saying hello as well, and she points to the jellyfish. Their name is Fotis, and they are, I don't know, something is making them want to say hello, which is wild.
Can I get an arm free to gesture to Fotis, or am I being held too tight?
Like, you know, that little bit.
Yeah, just
Yeah. And Fotis comes closer towards everybody, and Flotus this is a fairly large jellyfish. So Flotus kind of just puts one of the legs on Dizzy's shoulder and just kind of does this kind of thing, and wiggles one leg towards Maple, in front of Maple.
He shakes.
Okay. I have a question. Is this is an appropriate greeting? Like, I don't have to, like, this isn't. For some reason, Flotus is kind of reminding me of like a cat that I used to have, you know, just kind of always there. No, this isn't like a headbutt situation or anything. Like, I don't have to. I can remove my hat if it's easier. I'm not sure if that would pop the bubble. I'm really out of my element here. I'm so nervous. I don't want to hurt him. He's so.
Oh, you won't. Fotis, come here, buddy. Real slow, come on. And I'm gonna gesture him, like try and land him, essentially.
Yeah. Just kind of floats there in front, in between Maple and Monday and Dizzy, and with the same wiggling leg out in front of Maple.
You can just shake his hand. It's almost like he's a big, for land terms, it's almost like he's a real big dog.
Okay, great. I will say, you know, if we're comparing him to a dog, I'm fresh out of treats, and they're probably awful soggy by now. I mean, I feel real bad. I usually have an offering. Dizzy, I won't lie. I usually have a basket or something. I apologize for not gracing your home with a gift on entry. This was kind of a last minute choice to come. I feel so honored to be here, and your dog is great. And
Oh my
I
God.
just
Okay, wait, just okay, just it's okay. Or do you enjoy hugs because you seem like you need one? I promise you just being here is the gift of the gracing of the gift. If that makes you feel better.
I haven't been overwhelmed with joy in a while, and this is just a lot for me.
I don't know what to do for you. I'm so sorry.
Maple, do you want to do something slightly dangerous but slightly less intimidating than socializing?
Always.
Lotus, come here. Bend down, buddy. And I would like to direct him to like do the horse thing where he bends down far enough so that she can get on his back.
Okay, are there stirrups? Like, is there a
Yeah.
safety manual? Okay. All right.
I would imagine
cool.
that he just kind of like lifts up two of his little legs so that you have like reins to hold on to.
Like handlebars. This is the cutest thing. Okay. My eyes are actively filled with tears. I'm fine as a person. I'm great.
Perfectly normal. It's fine.
What?
Perfectly normal. It's fine.
Sure. What do I do? Do I like go please, Flotus? Is that enough?
Are you good and settled in? You're holding on tight?
My butt is on jellyfish. Is that all there is to it?
Monday leans down towards Flotus and just says, "The full tour, very fast," and just kind of hucks his little booty, and you go jolting off.
Maple's hat flies off inside the bubble.
And you are taken on a very fast, long lap around this entire space, which again is a room inside of a castle. Is a is a pocket dimension inside of a room inside of a castle. So it is enormous in this space.
I'm so glad that Dizzy brought me to the family aquarium. This is amazing.
While Maple is on her lap around the reef, I think I do turn to my mom. And first of all, where's Daddy? Where's is he?
We could get him back here, but I think he's kind of making the rounds right now.
Oh, if he's working, I don't want to bother him. I wanted to see if maybe he could teach me some of what he learned at the monastery.
Oh, okay. Any particular? I don't know how.
Yes. Yes, and also it is the same particular reason for which I would like you to teach me some of how to do what you do, if that's okay. I have a really bad idea, and I don't want to tell you what it is until it either works or doesn't.
I both love and hate it when you say that. Huh. Yes. Okay. I can't. No problem. As long as I don't know about it until the last minute, that's fine.
Exactly.
What part of it do you need me to teach you? I mean, you're already pretty well versed in a lot of skills and abilities.
But I'm not well versed in your abilities. I mean, I have to have gotten some of them, something, and I'd like to be able to, I don't know, maybe use it in telling my stories. Maybe it'll make them more effective, or maybe it'll make me scarier. I'm not sure.
It can be. It shouldn't be as strong as mine, which is sadly good, honestly. Um, I'm sure you could. You used to do it pretty well when you were young. I'm sure you could tap
Did
into
I?
that. By accident, you used to sing to yourself when you were a child, and every now and again that would affect some of the babysitters around.
Oh. Um,
It's not that you, it's something that you have to tap into specifically, and of course a child is going to tap into everything that they're capable of without knowing it. So once you become conscious of it, you don't tap into it on purpose. Every now and again something can come through, but
Sometimes when I'm on a stage, like telling a story, it feels like there's something, but I don't know how to get it and make it do something.
yes, that's, it's still there. And not to mm, not to diminish your actual talent and abilities, that is completely separate, but it can boost their attentions,
Yeah.
should I say.
I mean, that seems rational, and if I'm going to tell a story, I'd like for people to listen, so it seems like it would work. And I figured if Daddy will teach me his meditations and stuff, then maybe I can find a balance between too much and not being able to use it at all.
I don't see why not, or certainly not why we should give it a shot. um, yeah, when do you want to start? Do you want, are you sure you don't want me to call him here while you're here?
I mean, I don't want to pull him away from his patrols. You know how he likes walking around in his fancy little outfit.
Hmm.
Um I know. I mean, I've got a couple of weeks where we're kind of just we had a couple of run-ins that were a little more intense than we would like. I've been with cousin Samir, um,
Oh,
which means we spent time with Samir's grandmother, and now we all need a very long break. So we have a couple of weeks, so I can come back on a day when Daddy's not scheduled to do rounds, at least for that.
not a problem. We'll set up some times.
Mostly, we needed to blow
Set
off
up
some
some times,
steam.
as if we're actually going to do it. Let me pencil you in my calendar. No, um, we will make the time.
Thank you, Mama. And if anything, we mostly just needed to blow off steam. And I thought maybe, well, and I just sort of point to wherever Fotis is whizzing Maple around underwater.
Yeah, I would actually like to ask Ryu if it's appropriate for me to use like to roll if I manage to stay on this whole time. And I love that I'm making that a disadvantage.
Yep, it's gonna be a disadvantage. I would say roll in athletics or acrobatics. It's your choice.
I I honestly think this is more of a skill check than a strength check. Doesn't matter how hard you hold on, uh, you will still be bucked out of the saddle on a horse. So I think the same probably goes for Flotus. So I'll actually take the nerf of the extra +3 I have to athletics to do acrobatics because I think that makes more sense for what Maple is badly trying to accomplish.
Okay.
Um, that's fine. That's
Uh
great.
huh.
Dang. So I got a 21 and I got a 10. So it's a 10.
Oh. Okay. You are for certain, because this is a fast guy. Okay. He's a fast boy. Um, and a few times you get knocked off, and you're just kind of doing this like floating backwards trying to get yourself fixed again. And Flotus is a little further behind before he feels that no one's there, and just kind of stops abruptly and turns around and just kind of floats. Like, you good?
Maple probably still ends up in the room from the sheer force and momentum of them trying to. So, yeah, Maple probably floats in, like, arms out, like, trying to slow down, because honestly, it would have been easier to stop remaining on Flotus than it is to, like... Yeah. This is a time.
That's about what you see when you point towards Maple.
Yeah, Maple's
Mama,
ready
I'll
for
be
the
right
space
back.
adventure.
And I'm gonna swim to go get Maple and just kind of tow her back.
By the suspenders.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. What else would y'all like to get into or accomplish during this time?
Mo.
Do you have anything else before I go? Because mine's pretty straightforward, and I feel like I have time for it all. So
I mostly just want to bother my mom about what secrets she knows about the crown, but she can tell me that telepathically, so I feel like, what's your thing?
Maple's done a lot of emotional work lately to leave a mental footprint on those that she cares about. Primarily, those in the general party. So this month, or with the couple weeks that are left in the month, I think it's probably a good idea for Maple to take a little bit of an emotional break, to do some manual labor, perhaps, in the name of leaving a just as positive physical footprint as like the mental footprint that she left. She wasn't able to fix the stage as well as she would have liked earlier in this season of Roll for Luck. And her basket wasn't super well received, so maybe she should do something that she's proven to be good at, which is animal activism for some reason. So I'm wondering if maybe like a community fish pond, but like a bioactive, like this isn't like you just go and sit by it, like this is an active, maybe like attached to some sort of like a reservoir or something to boost the biome, as it were, and give like other creatures like like this is so birds have little fish to swoop down and eat, and like moose and deer have like a watering place to, and also perhaps a land bridge so that animals that don't want to be on the main walking path have something to... Have you seen land bridges go across highways in the US, right? I would like a D&D version of a land bridge. And probably not so by accident. I think like on the land bridge, Maple would practice a little bit of like shrubbery sculpting, hopefully to try and put a likeness of Flotus on the land bridge, if that's possible, to look like he's like flying across it,
Can I ask where all this wonderfulness is going? Where are we putting this?
I don't know. Is there like
Can we ask the queen?
public park or something? Or like I don't know.
We're in the castle. Can we go ask the queen?
Well, ask the
Can we dig a hole in the backyard?
I have a great idea for another part. Another thinking area, some would say.
Yes, Roll for Luck, the Parks and Recreation episode.
Listen. I'm not saying there's not a chance. Okay.
Final thing before you genuinely get thinking. Maple has heard of these things called familiars that magic users have. And she has heard, the spell is called Find Familiar, so surely it's just as easy as laying down in the middle of the forest and waiting for one to approach her. Or is this like a hide and seek situation? So I don't care what it is. It could be a possum, it could be a rat, it could be a grasshopper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But Maple's gonna wait until the first animal that approaches her when she's like finished breaking ground for these other two huge projects that she wants to do in a month, for a familiar to find her.
So,
Like
so if So if
So
I'm
much.
thinking, if I understand this correctly, you want any animal distribution system to find Maple in this moment.
Correct. It's like if you went to the animal shelter and you were like, I'm gonna let a cat pick me. You know, like I'm gonna sit down and I want an older cat to just come and like sit on my lap and like I'll get picked and then I'll bring that one home. That's what Maple's doing in the forest.
I love this for Maple so much. I also want to say during that downtime, the mittens are finished. And they are the mittens where you can like remove the fingers so you can still like use your hands and then they'll
That's
put it
so
back.
hardcore.
So that is for Maple. Samir's working on another crochet project. Let's gonna go a scarf for Dizzy. So she'll be doing that as well.
Do you need to
People-
measure Dizzy's neck size? Like
No, it's gonna just be super long because she knows Dizzy likes to be fashionably like dramatic at times with the scarves,
Oh, no,
like Lenny
the Schmidt
Kravitz.
scarf.
Yeah,
The
sometimes
Schmidt
you gotta
scarf
wrap
from
it
New
17
Girl.
times.
Yes, so it's just gonna be extremely long.
Where you just have to do this to talk.
She knows her
Oh, I
cousin.
love it.
Wait,
love
are
that.
you knitting or crocheting? It is important.
It is crocheting. Samir crochets.
All right, correct.
Okay. Several things.
Okay, Ryu.
Several things are happening. And okay. If here's I don't even know where to fucking start. Okay. You
This is why we needed to go last. Ryu.
who do you want to specifically speak with? Because there are people that are on parks committees, there are people that handle the animals and the wildlife and the growth of everything in the area in the city, and then there's outskirts of the city as well. So do you want this in the city because you'll have to speak with people to do that, or you want it outside of the city where it will be harder to complete in a month, but you'll have more rain?
I don't know, Ryu. I really want to see a Parks and Rec NPC get pulled right out of your ass. That's what I want.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I got a bureaucracy just waiting to come out to fruition.
I'm sure. Yeah. What's their name? We'll start with that.
Joke's on you. Ryu has an entire staff. Like, there is.
I would hope in the months that Ryu has had prepared for a major capital city with a queen and a council, and the fact that Lucky and I had to go through red tape to get back into the city, there had to be some people in there.
There's some people, they were unnamed asshole bureaucrats. That's their whole purpose.
You should know better, Ryu. You always give
you
them
are
names.
very correct. I should have known so much better.
Yes. The head of the Parks and Rec department is none other than the Aarakocra, Ron Swanson.
Get out. I would like you to know that I'm making a thing right now.
Name him Swan Ronson.
I hope that Wern bullies him every once in a while, or they just get drinks together. That is my
And
hope.
you know that dude who's really obsessed with fitness, who has the burger off with Ron? He needs to be a high elf. I don't know his name, but he has to be a high elf. A vegetarian high elf.
My lord.
That is all I will accept. Thank you.
No, it's amazing how I already had this character set up. Like, it's wild that I already had all of that written down, guys. It's amazing. It's absolutely not. Absolutely not. You said a high elf of all things. Okay. Well, now that yeah, I'm gonna make his name so much weirder.
Oh
Swan,
no.
Swan Racine. It's like Jean Racine.
Uh,
Is the person you have to speak to for in the city changes to parks and wildlife. Do you want to speak with them or do you want to work outside of the city?
I have to have Swan Ronson now, even if he's not ready.
Okay.
So
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen because fuck you.
we don't have to RP the entire conversation.
No,
I just
that's
need
fine.
you to know.
I need from you a persuasion check.
Damn.
Which
That's
is
fine.
this the second roll for you?
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure is.
A persuasion check, disadvantage.
Okay.
To see if changes can be made fairly quickly. What did you get?
An 11.
2 1s. Oh, what's you got?
Do I know this man? Because I'd like to go annoy him into saying yes.
Oh, yes, cousin.
My God.
Lawyer the fuck out of this. Lawyer the fuck out of this
Bully
now.
him. Bully him.
I would say then make that.
Dizzy does it. I want Samir to.
Wait, do we meet him because he's floating and we see his little swimmies on the top of the water that we're currently in?
No.
Is that what's happening?
No. See, you're in the Morgane's space.
Okay.
You have to go outside of that to speak with someone who is over the Parks and Wildlife Committee within the city.
Cool. I'm not sure how comfortable I was with the
Bureaucracy.
first interaction I was having with Swan Ronson was seeing his ass. So this is great news.
Lord have mercy.
That just means you'd have something over him.
No, he'd have something over me, Ryu. What do you mean?
Oh my god. Yeah, I would say with Dizzy's assistance, roll one more d20 for persuasion. Actually, you know what? Dizzy makes a persuasion.
Dirty 20.
Just
Quit.
I'd like to just walk up behind Maple when she's talking to them and
right.
smile real big.
Can we do the bit? Can we do the bit where Maple has her arms like this and Dizzy is her arms?
After some
Puppetry? Yes.
some puppetry.
I would just like to imagine fucking Maple like being like, yeah, so it'll be really good for the community, and Dizzy with the hands is just like
Just in the background. You're talking too much. Sign the paper.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Just casually resting my hand like on my sword and just smiling real big and nodding for him to sign.
Just flaunting the the Queen's Guard over here on your other shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows when he has been outranked and outwitted and out threatened. And he just says, "We'll get the paperwork going." But I mean, do you want so to be clear? You want to be a part of it. You just don't want it to happen. You want it to do it.
Yeah. Use my goddamn hands, Ryu. I have 2 of them, and they really like touching grass. Give me some grass to touch.
You are allowed to grass and water touch things. That's the sentence. This project will in the city will be underway within the month. It won't be done, but it'll be underway within the month.
Great. Hopefully, I will have a familiar to go and check on progress as it.
Oh yeah, that is true. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here's
a
what
little backpack with a little
I'm going to
checklist in
do.
it.
Oh my god.
The bushes. Check.
I don't know if there's like a nature deity like connected to the city. However, I do hope that there is one, and the people of the temple are like, there's this really aggressively nice barbarian who is setting up this new nature thing. We should recruit her. We should recruit her right now.
I want everybody on Beyonce's internet to know something right the fuck now.
Yes.
I put familiar roll chart in Google, and the first thing it gave me was something from LiveJournal. Who's out here still using LiveJournal?
Dedicated people.
Dedication, because I was on LiveJournal 82
Some
years
links
ago.
you can't get back. Some links you can't get back, so you got to keep that LiveJournal open.
Yeah.
That's wild. Anyway, continue, because my life just flashed before my LiveJournal eyes.
Time jumped.
What year is it?
The year is 2003, and Zanga's opening another tab.
You said Zanga? Oh my god!
I would add Quizilla in there if it wasn't already taken down.
MapQuest was loading the directions to someplace for me.
We've been waiting for 3 hours for a YouTube video to buffer. It's all, just take it on back.
I am crying. I don't know what to do.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
These
Thanks for
emotional
that.
white bitches. Ugh.
Okay. Wow, none of these tables are helpful. That's so funny.
Just give her a moose.
Oh, well, hell. There is one in the notion. Truly. You have one in the notion. Is it practical? No. Is it doable? Probably.
I mean, they do
That's
say
not
if
just
you give
a
a moose
friend.
a muffin, so.
Yeah. That's a friend who can give you rides if you give him a muffin and go through about 30 pages of him wanting other shit that you did not agree to.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's unhelpful. Okay. Roll a D10.
A D10. I never get to roll those. Lucky number 7, baby. Oh no! Why are you doing that?
Congratulations, your familiar is your dad.
Oh my
Everyone gets a dad.
You get a dad.
Where's another bottle again?
Congrats, your familiar is apple bottom jeans from however many episodes ago.
I was also going to say, maybe a horse. Maybe a horse.
So the funniest things happen while you're just chilling over at the Morgaine Estates, Pocket Dimension, as you meet some other wildlife within this space. You are invited a few times for whatever your adventurous needs and family dinners would entail. And during that time, a few more trips around the space itself, you start to notice that there's this octopus that's just kind of, it's just this tiny, like this, like this size octopus that just kind of keeps floating around and near you. And anytime that you've stopped and looked at it, it just kind of inks and runs away. And then
Did Ryu just nerf Maple into have to carrying around a bucket? Is that what just happened?
A
Hold on,
bucket
guys.
that you have to protect at all costs.
This
Why?
joke
Have
will
a
only
lid.
make sense to people who watch Exquisite Corpse on Sundays. Malcolm, is that you?
It doesn't have a lid. I'm gonna have to be like, hold on, guys, before we rage into battle. Let me detach my carabiner from my
Put my bucket down.
the small octopus-sized bucket. That's
Hear
on
me
my
out,
hip.
hear me out, hear me out. So one of the lessons to help EC know about humanity is to help Maple take care of this octopus. Maybe we can make a small little carrier in his in his suit.
Maple's graduated from a bag of flasks to a single bucket with a living being in it.
We'll workshop it. We'll make this work. We'll do
Figure
this.
it out. It'll be fine. Now I
There's
will you get if you Mo want another shot.
No.
Okay. No? Okay.
No. Instead,
Uh-huh.
I would like a water, since I have frequented the castle enough times. Could I ask nicely for a small pocket water dimension inside of my hat? And I lift my cap and there's an octopus on my head.
And he also
Today.
lifts his cap.
How you doing?
Hey, baby Oswald! It's a baby Oswald!
And the octopus also has a tiny hat. So once you say, "How do you do?" it also does like, "Hello."
I can't breathe.
I'm so glad I brought you here.
I can't wait for Maple to introduce this octopus to the rest of the party. Because I'm so sad that we're not here.
I have to name him. Oh my god, what if I named him like Squirt or something? Like, whatever. Muffin! I could name him Muffin. Alright, sorry, continue.
No, that's so great. Okay. There's so many questions here.
Ryu trying to actively pull themselves together to end the stream eventually.
It's a thing we have to do. It is wild. Honestly, we could just keep playing for like 8 hours. Okay. Okay. You want someone to give you some sort of pocket dimension, and you want it specifically under your hat?
I feel like Maple's pockets aren't safe, so we
Very
probably
matter of
shouldn't do it
fact.
there.
Mo just,
No questions, no concerns. Yeah. How about this?
Do I need to
Cool.
talk to Swan Ronson about the zoning for under my hat? Is that what's happening? Is there a problem with the amount of square footage under it? or
Swan-
something?
you gotta make sure it's
Swan
not a genie
Ronson-
situation.
I
Swan-
I didn't know that Maple's hat was a part of the city.
It's part of the wildlife and
Well, I will say,
Rancian also has decidedly gone on vacation right after signing the last bit of paperwork.
Honestly, good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him.
deserves it.
What were we gonna say, Brie?
No, I was gonna say I thought Ryu was gonna get technical about the basically the idea of having water constantly on the top of your head probably has to have some
saying.
fungal or bacterial
Like I'm saying.
issues.
We can
About
update
that's
EC.
where we-
We can update EC's body to have a small aquarium in his gut. Screw grandma, she loses her deposit. but we have a safe environment for Maple's new pet, friend, familiar, and Easy gets a friend.
I fully thought that Ryu was gonna be like, all right, we have to have a table versus like how like untenable is like the top of like Maple's head, and what possible like negative buffs do you get from it?
There's constantly water falling off of you. Deal with that.
Constantly, you have to make stealth checks at disadvantage because you leave puddles wherever you go.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So many options. I love them all.
So many options to fucking ruin the wonderfulness, but I am not. Instead, I'm going to say, roll a luck check for me.
Listen, as long as a 1 doesn't get me a concave submarine door with a small game console controller on the inside, we're all set.
I was gonna make an iron lung joke, but yeah, that was good.
The strongest game console controller this side of Elmer.
Baldur's Gate, more like Ocean Gate, am I right?
But
sorry.
sure.
I'm rolling high. All right, I'm just saying it high.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 63.
with the sheer power of your luck and ability to just persuade anyone who takes a gander at this cute little octopus that you are just like carrying around in a little bucket everywhere you go at this point. As you are just like, it would be so nice if I could do this, blah, 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 blah. It would be so great. And you're just like half the time talking to the octopus about the adventures you're going to go on. And just some people are just kind of hanging around. And I will say that Lady Monday specifically, just kind of when you come over and you just kind of let the octopus go around, it's just gives in a little bit and it's just like, can I just hold on to your hat for a couple days, just a few days? Is this your like favorite hat? Like this is the
It is my
for you?
only hat, my friend. So if
It's your
that means
only-
it's my favorite, sure.
I just need to hold on to it for a couple days if you're okay with that. You can say no. I think I have an idea of something very amazing for you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I've definitely been without it before. And Maple's starting to actively tear up a little bit, and then we'll look at the octopus and go, it's fine. Now we've got plenty of time for me to make sure that you're proficient in Wicker by the end of the week. It'll be great.
Are you gonna teach your octopus underwater basket weaving?
Sure am.
Excellent.
Sure am. I'm so glad I didn't have to explain the joke.
There are several ways to break my game.
We're gonna have a whole business. It's gonna be super profitable. I've already got it all figured out.
Ryu doesn't know this yet, but this will have mechanical significance that will break their game.
8 arms. I mean,
I'm just saying, when we face the final boss, that wicker basket may come in handy.
If this octopus doesn't have armor by then you have failed. I'm so sorry.
If he doesn't have armor by then
He makes his own armor out of wicker, obviously.
No, because octopuses hide themselves in shells and stuff. Like baskets.
Decorate the armor with shells.
We broke mode too.
I love to see.
So cute. All right.
As
Someone take my mic away.
What happens to this octopus? I am making my girlfriend drive me to Alabama. To your home.
I mean,
will
you're
be
gonna see
knocking
Ryu in like a month or whatever.
True.
You just threatened them early.
Yeah, it's fine. I just have to keep it alive long enough to get past that meeting. It's fine.
You underestimate the lengths that my girlfriend will go through to make me happy.
It's true. It's very true.
DK, did you have anything else with your family that you wanted to accomplish? Because
No,
very quickly,
I can bother them anytime.
A few days without your hat goes by, and you are presented with a hat with this hat, right, seems to have a concave layer, so you can put it on your head, but when you flip it and do this to the middle of it, it's just like a little place of water space in this little area, and if you were to do this, it doesn't come out.
he could decorate his walls like the MySpace teen he was always meant to be.
Why?
He could have a Beyonce poster.
You have
Full circle.
Delicious taste. Delicious taste.
I love this so much. As now it's the last. Dizzy, you wanted to get a little information on things that were happening within the castle. What specifically were you trying to get into info?
Dizzy specifically wants to know about the researchers that were lost in Non, and if anything's been heard about them, how long have they been gone, what were they researching. She's going through kind of, I think each week she's picking like a different one of the things on the Queen's list and is trying to just find out anything about it because they all seem to be somewhat connected. But I think she would start with the researchers.
With the researchers specifically. Give me a hot second. Nope. Not me not saving it. I will have to go through and find that the list of infos or orders of stuff that you got. But I can say I for the most part do have info on the researchers. Where did I put it? It is.
Thank you, Ian. Look at all those points.
Thank you, Anne.
Oh. There it is. I knew I had it somewhere.
How are those bullet points looking, Ryu?
They're getting thick.
We love a thick bullet point.
Thick bullet point, buddy. Yeah. Okay. So I did find it, which is wonderful.
I love when you feed a bullet point enough that it becomes fat enough to become lore.
It's the life cycle.
This chunky little guy.
Lore fed bullet points over here, you know. Free reign, lore fed. Where the fuck are you?
Mood. A true DM mood. Which Google Doc is it?
Are you furiously flipping through tabs? Come on!
I tell you what,
Give me
it's
the
easier
goods.
than flipping through my notebook back in the day. Flipping through my live journal. I, for the life of me, don't remember where the fuck Non is. Oh, it's up top. Haha. Okay, so so you do get information about the researchers in Non, and it seems that they were going for and this is something that only a select few in the castle would know about specifically, but they were going into if it's I'm almost certain this is where it is, so we'll fix it later in post. It's fine. Um, they were going up to the mountains of Non because there was um, reports of um, more that there was already a portal there, but they were getting reports that seemed to be more portals in the area popping up all at once, but they were popping up, making a pull towards them, and then disappearing if something was pulled in. So they were going to investigate that. And about a week or so into their investigation, no more communications were coming from them.
So, so this was about a week into their trip. How long ago was this for us?
This would have been 2 months. 2 months ago that they lost communication. The person they send one person to go check on their contacts in one of the major cities in Non, uh, and their some of their equipment was still in the inns that they were staying in, but there was very little information to lead them to what could have happened.
I think my last question is it's a two-part question. Has anyone who has gone to Non for this specific thing returned? And has anyone who has gone to Non for this specific thing been seen again at all?
The person that went to go check on the team did come
Okay.
back with the
Okay.
team's gear from their room, but no little to no answers.
Okay.
Because they didn't follow in their footsteps as to where or when they went to go check on the portals that they were going for. But
Okay.
that person did come back with those people's gears from their inn.
Okay. Then I think as far as my questions go, that's it. I think Dizzy just wants to kind of go through their shit, if that's possible. Just generally kind of rifle through and see if she can find. And I don't need to do that now, but I think that is sort of her plan to just kind of rifle through their stuff and see if she finds anything.
I will add that to the long list of my giving y'all's lore stuff. With that, it is a few days before the masquerade, and everybody has had a chance to touch base, cool down, or get stronger. A lot of you have decided to do a lot of things training wise to get you on the path to take on some different skills. Um, information mysteries are coming very strong, very fast. In a few days before the masquerade starts, Nina, you are um, in a space that you didn't expect to get a little meeting, but you are sent a letter from Sirza who just says, "Meet me here. I've got what you need." Um, we'll see about getting your part done after. So you go to a drop point and you find three little, they're small, like the smallest of marble sized gold balls. And the note on it just says, get it to the party. Drop them in three doorways.
Can I can I like inspect it? Like, does this look from? I don't. I just
Uh-huh.
like. Do I know what this is? Do I have any idea? Like, can I roll to see if I have any idea what this is? Because here's my thing. From Sears' perspective, she's not really worried about Searsa deceiving her. Maybe she should be. I don't know, but she wants to know what
Uh-huh.
she's putting up her hoo ha. You know what I
Right,
mean?
of
She'd
course,
like to know.
totally.
She'd like to have some information.
Of course. So I would say roll an intelligence check.
Oh, jeez.
Or an
can't.
arcana check.
Arcana. They're both bad.
Arcana.
Can I use guidance?
Sure.
It's a nat one. So we're just gonna.
They look like Benoit balls, honestly. So.
Okay, Kegel exercises. Go off. Go off. And then I just pocket them to put them up my hoo ha later. Like,
yeah. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
great.
Excellent.
Wow. Next week will be we will for sure get to the masquerade for certain. Who knows what's to come with things up folks' hoo-has and pet octopi at the party. But as of right now, let's go around this wonderful table and tell everybody who you are and where they can find you between now and next week. Because D&D guys, wow. Starting with Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's Mother Ava here. Yes, I did bring a fan because, yeah, of course it's me. It's me. You can find me essentially either here or on Exquisite Corpse on Saturdays. I am here doing dancing shenanigans and being depressed with my lovely storyteller Anne. On Tuesdays, yes, Tuesday, I will be on Monster Hearts here as well, playing a singing harpy who is a himbo in a way. On Sundays, I'm on Exquisite Corpse with Thirsty Sword Lesbian with our storyteller and lovely person DK, where I play not as depressed, but still slightly anxious princess, daughter of King Arthur. So find me there or on Twitter. I'll be there. I'll have better internet next week, guys. I promise.
It's perfectly fine. We are ecstatic that you could make it, honestly. Where the fuck is my outro? Where did it go, Lord? Fuck it, DK.
Hi, hello. I saw that coming. Hi, hello. I am DK. My family dog is a jellyfish. When that's not a relevant thing about me, I'm over on Exquisite Corpse Presents. We are getting ready for a Halloween game jam, but more importantly and more urgently, on Friday we start shooting Kel's Kitchen, which is our Hell's Kitchen inspired actual play. There will be yelling, there will be swearing, and there will be Ready, Set, Bake by Sunken Rust, and we're very excited about it. So come check that out. Otherwise, I'm there literally all the time. When I'm not here, I'm there. If I'm not either of those places, I'm asleep. That's it. Mostly just the jellyfish thing. Bye. See you next week.
Oh, tonight. Mo.
No, you're going completely out of order.
I can't find my list.
Hi, gang. I'm Mo. I never go third. This is throwing me off. I've been Maple Ameso, who is now technically proficient in seafood. I'm doing Old Gods of Appalachia starting next Tuesday on the channel if you're interested in spooky shit and Mothman. But that's it. Otherwise, I'm pining after the shows that my friends are doing. Someone else go.
Bree, save Mo.
I am the only one left, and yet I was so surprised. I am Bree. She, her, they, them pronouns. I have played Nina. When I'm not playing Nina, I'm sometimes playing myself or a blob that doesn't exist. But when I'm not any of those things, you can find me playing Yotul on Neo's channel for Hill University, historically Black college. Magic, that's a magic school as well. We have been on hiatus, but we should probably be back next week. Fingers crossed. Other places, I just made a Blue Skies account, if that y'all got that. So and the Linktree link, and that's it. Goodbye.
I was your first follower. I win.
You were. Mo was on it.
Dang,
I
missed
cheated it with my Blue Sky link.
Me, well, also put Ash's thing in the chat as hopefully Ash will be back with us next week for the wonderfulness that will come. And then it's me, I'm Ryu. My pronouns are she, they, thembo, and I do stuff on the internet when my internet provider lets me. It hasn't been. I'm very angry. They're tired of me. They talk about me at the water cooler every day because I call them every day. Anyway, so I also do stuff here on Girls from These Worlds, technical productions here, and I am the Chaos Mistress for Roll4LUCK. And boy, did we do a chaos today, and I love to see it. I'm happy that we're back. I'm happy this table is here, and I'm happy that these wonderful folks get to do all kinds of shenanigans on the interwebs for you to see them. So go fucking follow them, please and thank you. Okay. Oh, hey, announcements for Girls from These Worlds. I can totally do those things because I'm a professional. Thursday, 2 p.m. ET, Destroyer Worlds for Aliens TTRPG, sponsored by Free League. We'll be back. Did I say Thursday tomorrow? I did. I think I did. And then Friday, come check out Upriver, Downriver, 2 p.m. ET. And of course, don't forget that we did put out a Cryptid Creeks game in connection with the Kickstarter that happened on September 5th, which the stretch goals got blown through, apparently, which is amazing. And exclamation point cryptid in the channel, and that should bring up a little some fun, funky stuff for y'all to go check out. In the meantime, in between time, be creating crimes, keep fighting, and that's a dog. I think it's too cropped, unfortunately. But okay, bye.
Bye. Mwah.